do inside is we'll start from the very back, just kind of work our way to the front.
Okay.
If you have any questions or anything like that, just let me know. Nice and chilly inside.
I don't have any questions about any of this. I suppose now, with this, is there water already in there?
Yes, sir.
You guys are fixing it. So basically, it's like when you part way, will give you water, the rest of the way will flush, right?
Yes. Now these toilets are like these toilets have a vacuum flush. Helps
Got to
it
hold it down.
to add water. Yes, if you let it go, basically to add water just halfway. So basically, you just push the lever once, push in water first, and then it has that vacuum flush. So it just like pushes everything to the black tank.
I'm not used to the vacuum flush just because there's two of them going back to the
Yes, sir. Yeah, see most of them, the black tank's right under the toilet, so it goes straight down. But since this one's got plumbing going to the tank, it's built into the toilet. Yeah,
both toilets.
Both toilets, yes,
So
sir.
if we could live, I do a lot of my own maintenance after that 5 years. So
Yeah, you just take the plastic cover on the side, and then you got the little. It's like a little vacuum pump motor. So pretty simple.
Is it built? It's 12 volt. Probably
It's
gets
12 volt.
itself. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Did you have any questions about the bathroom?
Not the bathroom, but this.
The washer.
Yep.
And just, for safety, always keep the shower doors locked.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Our glass, I've seen them shatter. You don't want those. It's not fun.
That's what my sister just got through telling me.
And then adjustable shelf. Now for the washer, because this is a washer dryer combo. So basically, turn it on. You got your power button here. Soaps and stuff like that you can put here, detergent, or if you're going to be using paws, you can just throw them in there.
Okay.
So cycles here. So that's all you got to do right here for your cycle. Now, for example, if you just want a dry cycle, then you just put it on dry mode right here.
Oh, just to dry something?
Just to dry something.
Okay.
Wet clothes from the, okay.
Yeah, so right here, basically, the wash cycle and the dry cycle is going to be separate. So basically, when you wash your clothes, it's not going to automatically put it into a dry cycle. So
Okay.
then you have to go over here and put it to dry. Push and hold down. It'll count down from 3 to 0.
Okay.
And that's how you start your cycle.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I thought it did all of it. So after it's done washing, you have to tell it to dry.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And you can do dry if you just want to do dry.
Yes, sir. Now, because this goes to the gray tank gets full pretty quick.
Sure, yeah.
So you can leave that valve, if you're hooked up to sewer, you can leave that valve open. Well, that way when it drains the water, just
Especially if you want to take long showers and stuff. as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now for the black tank, don't recommend doing that. Just leave that one valve. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you know about that.
No, I want you to go through the whole thing. And
So-
we,
So with this floor plan, what's cool about this floor plan, even though with the slides closed, you still have a full bed. So for example, you want to stop at a resting area, parking lot or something, turn the generator on, you don't have to bring your slide out, you can just lay down. On each side of the bed, you got a 110 outlet built in. It has built-in USBs.
see the USB, doesn't it?
And then you also have a generator start and stop button right there. So for example, if you're laying in here, you want to turn the generator on, you can just go ahead and push and hold the off to prime it, push and hold on to start the generator.
Okay, how long do you push and hold the off?
Just for a few seconds, probably like 10, 15 seconds.
Make sure it's got its fuel in it.
Yes, sir, and then just press and hold start. Now, pretty much every motorhome is going to be prepped for like a CPAP machine. So this opens up, and here you got a 110 outlet.
I
So
don't know what we use that for. We can't put the CPAP up there because
Okay.
she'll drown.
Yeah.
Dry CPAP maybe, but you can't do it with ones that have moisture.
and then you got the.
So that light just came, does it?
Yeah, it's like as soon as it's you open
okay.
it up, has a small magnet on top, so when you open it up, it activates that light. These right here won't have it. It's just that middle cabinet.
Okay.
And then for your reading lights are just the on and off switch.
Okay.
So by the front radio. So for example, if you're parked, you want to listen to music, turn that radio on. You can have music back here or in the front. But yeah, under the bed there is storage. Basically under the bed you got, well basically this is where you'll keep your cockpit table, which right now the table's over here in the front, but you got your leg and your ladder, which is that one down there. That's your bunk bed ladder. That's going to go down here as well.
Okay.
Okay.
And the ladder, half ladder for the back is
Outside of the
underneath?
compartments, yeah. Now, before you close it, this strut over here on this side,
Right.
you got to push that out and then close it, because it does lock.
Hold on a second. Let me get over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you got to just basically.
I was
kinda-
fixing to do like mine and just shove it down. That ain't gonna happen, huh?
No,
What do
sir.
I gotta do?
Just push the. Yeah, there you go. You
Push
push
up?
that and then pull it down. Just like that.
Oh, so it lines up here. Gotcha. All right.
Already.
You'd be surprised.
And then yeah, these little touch pads here.
Lights
So
and-
bath lights, ceiling lights, reading ceiling lights, front ceiling lights. You can also do your slide from here. So if you want to kind of keep an eye on your slide, make sure you're not going to hit anything. Make sure there's nothing on the side.
Okay. So you push the hole to bring it in, but you can push and release to come in a little at a time.
Yes, sir. So for example, if you want to just kind of keep an eye on it, you can bring it in a few inches at a time if you want to. Now for the slide, when you're operating the slides, you do need the engine on.
Parking brake on
And the engine,
running.
yes, sir. Now, you always want to make sure that you bring out the slide all the way out until it stops on its own. That way you know it's sealed shut, so when it rains, you won't have any water come in.
So, okay, it don't have a sensor, so I push and hold until it does
Until it
stop.
stops on its own.
And I'll probably be able to tell by the sound too.
Yes, sir.
It's probably going. So,
So on these right here, the way they're programmed, it won't let you overextend or over retract, so you don't have to worry about damaging anything.
Okay.
So it just kind of stops on its own.
all right. Well, I think we're done in this part, so we get.
And then down here, just your breaker box. All
Is
your
that the 12 volt or all 110?
120.
Okay, 110. Yeah, the 12 volts underneath.
the 12 volts right behind this TV right here.
Ah,
Now what's cool about so right here you got a little opening. So in here, this is going to be your fuse box.
oh my goodness.
What's cool about this fuse box is they add their own little clippers so you can pull the fuse out. But this fuse box has a digital screen. So if I press the middle button, which says fuse status, this is going to show you the status for every fuse. So for example, all the ones that say okay, good. If you ever see one that says check, then you get your little pliers, take the fuse out,
See if it's.
replace it.
Okay.
So it's already seeing the voltage through it by
Yes,
checking
sir.
it.
All the ones that are blank, all the ones that have the little dash, those are
Yeah.
just blank.
It's not used.
It's not used, yeah. Now, if you go up, if you go back here, this also has an input monitor. This is basically just for us techs to basically check like the if it had a bed lift, parking brake, and all that stuff. But if you go back where it says Digi level monitor, it also shows you how much you have in your tanks. So you got freshwater tank 25%, propane tank is full, gray water 20%, black tank 0%. All right. So
I like that.
Yeah, just in
Now I can
case
see that up front too. Though,
just in
right?
case that touchscreen gives up on you for some reason,
gotta
it's
back
not
up
working.
here.
You got to back up.
Okay.
What's cool too, if you go back one more, if you go down, which says switch,
Switch
panel,
panel, yeah.
that just kind of adjusts the brightness for this screen.
Okay.
Model name gives you just the model number for this.
Mm-hmm.
Wireless pairing, that's for your phone, and I'll show you how to do that once we get to that touchscreen. But where it says manual control, you can also bring in. all
Did you
your
hit the
slide-
center button just in?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You can bring all your slides, all
With
your
that?
runnings with this right here.
Okay.
So you got to
good.
back. You got. It's
Just
a
to
very
back up,
redundant
yeah,
system.
just in case that front touchscreen for some reason is not operating or something's wrong with it, you still have this as backup.
Or this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or this,
Bring
yeah,
that
or
slide
these,
in.
yes, sir.
Okay. Good.
Of course, you try to bring the
Redundancy
slide
is
in, you're gonna have to
good.
get out of the way.
Out of the way, yes.
Okay.
And then entry door switch. I don't think this one has an entry door switch, so that'll just be blank.
Well, it should have. You're talking about for the for the steps.
No, like a keyless entry.
Oh,
Some of these
keyless
come with a
entry.
keyless
Yeah.
Okay.
entry. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
All
we
right.
have that.
And then back there, you got your main power. That's your booster for the antenna.
Let me get over here so
Yeah,
I
so
can
right now
see.
it's on.
Okay.
The only time you turn it off is if you're hooked up to cable,
You're fine.
the RV park, then you turn that off. That way the outside signal can go through
Okay.
the TVs. Yeah.
Okay.
Fresh air. So if you just have it like that, that's fresh air.
Oh,
But in
cool.
case of an emergency, push the whole thing out.
Okay.
We're a little red tab right here to pull the screen off.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are, we've already looked at all this.
And then of course, for privacy, you got your big pocket doors. Travel mode, it's always best to drive with them inside. That way they're not swinging back and forth. You don't want them to come off the tracks or anything like that.
Okay.
And you just,
Yeah, so you to release it,
and then same way.
same way.
Yeah, I played with those in there already.
Ah, cool.
It is.
It latches.
You got the bed restroom right here. Toilets just the same way
Let
as
me
the
get
one
over
in the
here
back.
behind y'all.
Okay.
See here, vent up, so you can you have to push and hold it. So if you push and hold it, it opens up the vent for you.
Oh, I like that.
This
I'm
one
short.
already, this
So
one
that's
already has
also-
the vent covers. So with the vent covers, you know, if it rains, you don't have to worry about it. Now let's say for example it's like pouring really crazy and the water somehow gets through the vent cover. This does have a water sensor, so basically it'll shut off or basically close on its own
Close itself.
once
Okay.
it detects that water.
Oh, okay. But
Okay,
you
I
also got
see
the manual.
what
I
we're
mean,
looking at here.
can you, will that mess something up using the manual?
No, so if the motor, so for example, the only time you use the manual is if the motor gives out,
Okay.
then you can just use that.
Alright.
And then when you turn on the fan, I think the fan on this one only works if it's open.
Yeah. Click. There you go.
But you can change the speed right here too. So you got 3 speeds.
Okay. And then, okay, the water pump, you got it on right now.
Water pump on and off, yeah. And then in here, inside the sink right here, you have your, this is your control panel for the water heater. Now the water heater that you have in this coach, instant hot. So basically the way it works, you open up the hot side. The shower head and the fan comes on, just letting you know, hey, we have water going to the water heater.
Okay.
As soon as this flame kicks on, you're gonna see the temperature kind of slowly rise.
Oh, gotcha.
Takes a few seconds for that water to get to the, it's pretty hot already.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
as long as you have good water pressure, as long as you got propane, you'll have instant hot water. If you ever go into a situation where you're at a campground and for some reason you want to activate, if you're on city water, most likely the water pressure is a little too low. So what you can do is fill up. Then right here you got your TVs. You're gonna have like a lot of TV remotes. So.
Oh, wow.
There's 100 remotes laying over there. We'd say
You had to label them, money.
Oh, my goodness. You got more remotes than I got TV,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
So like
You got a remote for everything.
For example, this little remote right here, this is gonna be for your fireplace.
Okay.
So the
Right
fire
on the back of it.
the fireplace here is going to be fully electric, no propane. So basically it has your flame button, which you can change the color of the flame.
That we loved.
This one right here, basically if you want the heater or if no heater.
Okay.
So you got the 82. Once the 82 is gone, there's no heater. You got a timer. I think the timer goes up to like
8
5,
hours.
6 hours.
8 hours.
8 hours, there
Yep.
you go.
8 hours.
And, I
Been
think-
reading the manuals, some of them.
I think this one right here, which change the temperature. It's a matrix box, basically where all your hookups for your TVs go to. So all your so what this does is you have HDMI's going to all the TVs, right? So if you want to buy a DVD player, instead of buying one for each TV, you can connect it to here and it'll share it to all the TVs.
Oh, good.
Okay. Now,
Cool.
that'll be self-explanatory. It's going to be connecting up on the back.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
You have up to 4 inputs.
Okay.
So you got, for example, if you want a DVD player, or you have like a Wally box for Dish, Direct TV, you can up to 4 things you can connect back here, and it'll share to all the TVs.
Share it by me telling which one, right? It won't share it to both of them at the same time.
It will.
Oh, it will.
It will. So, for example, right now all of them are set. So this one's set to satellite 1. So, for example, if I go to it says main, I need a new battery, or I have to go get a new battery. Oh, there we go. So, for example, if I have it on DVD, you can have bed number 2 or bedroom on DVD. The only thing is you'll have to watch the same movie.
That's fine.
All right?
Yeah, sure. Because the DVD first.
Yes, sir. Now you can, for example, back here on the back of the box, you'll have on satellite 2. The HDMI. You can put a second DVD player like satellite 2. That way, if you want to watch 2 separate
different
movies, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
And I can put both of them in here if I want to.
Yeah, that way, Because like I said, I mean, back there you might be able to just put one behind that TV, but this one just basically, since some of these TVs don't have access to the back TV,
Yeah.
this TV can shut that out just in case if you're at the dining table.
This is
Magnets, so whatever angle you want. If you're over there, you can bring it out more. So you can basically, and it's all magnets, so basically you just put it back. She's motorized.
Yep. That was the show.
I already checked those.
She's already checked those.
Yeah, so those are motorized, and then here you got your fridge. Got your door locks for the fridges.
What's this locking?
The freezer.
I didn't know there was a second one.
Yeah, so this one does the freezer, and then this one does the fridge.
I got you. I
And
didn't
the
know
ice
that.
maker, I barely turned it on this morning. The water valve for the ice maker is right behind the sink. It's a small silver valve at the very back of the sink.
Oh, yeah.
It has a yellow water line going to
I
it.
have to turn my light on. I can't see.
Okay.
That's to turn the water on. Oh, gotcha. Yep.
You see it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
That's the on and off for your ice maker. Now, just in case I'm planning on winterizing, it's always best just to winterize the fridge. So, for example, leave that valve when you're putting antifreeze. That way, antifreeze goes to that water valve for that fridge. We learned the hard way the first time in 21 when we had that freeze.
Yeah.
We had like over 80 fridges that had freeze damage on that valve.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
always best just to winterize it.
Yeah. Run
Wait,
the
yeah.
pink stuff through the ice maker.
Yeah, so once you're ready to use it, just run 2 cycles into that pink stuff until your ice comes out clear.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it'll save you some money. So.
Yeah, big time.
A big time,
And
yeah.
a headache.
It saves you some money and it saves you a trip to the service department.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, like I said, I just turned it on this morning, so it's going to take a while before it starts looking some nice. Manuals, I'll put this in the manual bag. All these little tools I'll put with it. But since it is a full residential fridge, there's an inverter, so basically having the inverter on is how you're going to keep the fridge powered when you're not hooked up to any power source.
Okay.
So no generator, no shore power. You'll have to have the inverter on the on position in order to
You're
keep
gonna,
the fridge.
it's over here. You're going to show me that.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I've read about it and I've looked in the manual, but
We're both old. We need remembering.
Oh yeah, I'll show you.
Nice refrigerator. That's right, your refrigerator. Me too.
what did she say? She's going to trade your refrigerators?
Yeah, I told her it's better than the one we have in the house.
We've already looked at all this. So we know how this
Cooktop.
works.
Pretty cool. You got your little
We're
lights
full
here.
on propane, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the bottom one is you have the switch to the bottom. It does your oven. Go up. It does your little knobs.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
And is it electronic pilot or do I have to get down there and light the
It's
pilot?
electronic.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
for this one right here,
Yeah.
so no more lighters or barbecue ladder.
Yeah, see
Lighters.
it. Okay.
So
That'll work.
No more having to get down there.
and then your carbon monoxide or propane detector is right here at the bottom.
Yeah.
That
Good for
detects those
5
two.
years?
Yes, every 5-6 years. For example, testing it just like your smoke detector every few weeks. That one right there, you do the same thing. Once you test it, which there's a little button right here, push and hold it, it's going to beep at you. If that green light stays green, you're good. If it stays red, it's letting you know, hey, it's not good. You'll have to replace that whole thing. And that there's no batteries for that. That's actually going to that fuse box behind the TV. So you just change it out. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
You got any questions?
No.
You're in the
I got
kitchen.
one. I want to watch.
Okay. Yes, I do.
You got there.
Kind of brief me on how to. I've
On the
never used
microwave?
that. I've
Okay.
never used a convection oven.
So
I love my convection oven.
it's always on. Oh, actually, this is a full convection.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay. Let's see on this one.
He's gonna read and help me.
Yeah, there's
learn
an
how
owner
to
manual
do
for
it,
this,
but
right?
still.
Yeah, there is.
There's a
So
menu for everything.
I see it. Okay.
yeah, so for your instant hot water heater, they don't. This one's the brand of this one's Pagani. So basically, on this one you can winterize it too. Or the down there that turns into a bed, pretty simple. Basically,
There's a lever here to push it down, right?
yes,
Is this-
yes.
Let me get up.
You better get out of the
Well, I'm not.
Please.
I know these levers right here.
Yes.
Shove that down. I just wasn't sure about this
Okay, I
part.
got you. So I see the lever.
Yeah, right at the bottom, we got a small lever.
Just that right there.
Yes, sir. And then the
And then just
whole
push it
bed
down.
just slides down.
Okay.
Is this for the filter out there in the back?
Yes, sir.
So I get an extra one.
Well, there's actually no filter. If you want, we can put it in after the walkthrough. The only reason why we don't put it during the inspection, we got to get rid of all that pink stuff during the pre-delivery inspection.
Yeah, I wanted it.
Yeah, but we'll put that in there.
So-
Okay.
And it says 6 to 12 months.
There it is.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say,
If you want to take a video of this right here, the part number, you can get those on Amazon for cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go to Camping World or here, they're
Thank
like
you.
40 a piece.
Oh yeah.
On
Okay,
Amazon,
now I got
$18.
it.
Bring it down. And this one does have the capacity of 500. So, and then your ladder that's in that bed back there.
And you know when it's down all the way.
Yeah, the lights on top come on. Yes, sir.
And the,
The mattress on here is a little thin.
well, the ladder's back there.
So,
Yeah, we
yeah.
already talked about
It's
getting
a
a
little
bit,
thin.
something better if he can
But you can,
sleep
yeah,
up
you
there.
can get something bigger.
That's pretty
You know, when you spend $200,000, you think they put a nice big memory foam mattress up there.
You would think so.
You know I'm giving you a hard time, but you know I'm telling you the truth.
Oh,
I
yeah,
bought a
I understand.
1997 F350 Power Stroke with an XLT in it. They wanted me to pay extra for a bunker. But damn truck, man.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm ready. Let's go.
You ready?
I'm ready.
And inside,
Go check
I
the
think
bedroom
it's
out.
in the bed. On the
The
bed in the back,
bathroom.
there is a privacy curtain. It goes on these little brackets on top. I think it's the one that's on the bed.
The ladder.
Well, no, the curtain, the privacy curtain for up here.
Privacy curtain.
Oh,
It
okay.
has little Velcro straps that just go through here. That way.
There's another bathroom.
I got you.
You got 2 bathrooms. in
Yeah, they
this
fixed
thing?
that already.
Huh?
2 bathrooms in this thing?
No, 1.5.
You asked me that's a bathroom.
No, you can get them with 2 bathrooms.
Any other questions before we move on?
But-
I'm gonna show you this touchscreen real quick.
All right.
So, this is gonna be like the main control panel for the motorhome. So this right here, this is the screen you'll see. The first screen you have is the lighting, so you can do all your lights here, or you'll have multiple of these around the house, which you
Now
can
this
also
is
do.
this the front bathroom or the back one?
Bathroom. That's the one in the back.
Oh, well, what's this?
Lavy, I think that's.
Do it again. I was waiting for her to say, "Hey, somebody turn the light off." But it's, oh, she's not in there. Never mind. Okay, all lights. I know this works.
That just completely shuts everything off. Don't get scared.
He just turned the lights.
She thought she did it. Okay.
Overhead, rear ceiling, front ceiling, lavy, awning, porch, all lines, same thing. Shuts everything. Cargo
So
having
lights.
the heat pump, the rear AC heat pump on, and that fireplace,
That's gonna do pretty
it,
good.
it does. Yes, it does pretty good.
Yeah, I don't use propane furnace hardly ever. It's got to be down low 40s, high 30s. Time up.
Yeah.
He's
So
a
the
gadget
time
freak.
now wireless. So for the
Well,
wireless,
he's been reading.
they have a mobile app for this too.
Okay.
That way you can download it if you want. I can help you set it up. Download the app. So
Are
it's
they
cool.
going to be listed on something, or do you
I can have a small list in here for you. That way you can download the apps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know if they'd be listed in the book or.
They're not.
I haven't seen
If
them.
you want, we can download them on your phone right now. I'll help you set it
Yeah,
up.
he's
It'll
the
be
one
my
that'll be
phone.
doing it.
So what's cool about the app on this one is
Both of them, just in case.
Are you okay on now?
Yeah, well, I was just taking
She needed
over
a
for.
break, yeah, her
She
shoulder.
said I got sitting
My
on.
shoulder's hurting.
Okay. Open.
You got your apps, Monty? You got your apps loaded or working on it? Oh,
I
okay.
could go to screen. Did you have to do something there?
just right here where it says so to get to the screen you got your settings, wireless, just hit pair with mobile, and that's it.
I'm done. That-
So
So
it
you're
might take a
paired up.
second or so to load,
Yeah.
so now you can control all the lights or whatever from there. Like I said, if you're already going to sleep or you want to get in,
That.
do that.
You spoiled rotten.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get that on video?
I'm working on it. Well, I can't get that because.
Yeah,
The lights quit working. No, I mean that's,
Oh yeah.
that's too much.
Yeah, I got that. The light.
Yeah.
See,
Ooh, look at that.
Feeds.
And so when you have the engine running, those shades, both of them, they only come halfway down because that's basically your visor when you're
Yeah, I
driving
see
down
that,
the road.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So it'll stop you halfway. You
Halfway.
can't keep going.
hmm Now, once you turn the engine off, then yes, it'll let you bring them all the way down for privacy.
Do these come down a little bit?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
take a hold of them. and pull
Yeah, I
them.
know, but I meant, okay.
And here are the keys.
And I'm gonna let you get in the seat, Mike,
for the jacks.
yeah, because he's the one that's gonna be doing it anyway.
She'll pull in, but I do everything else.
You got to do it all.
Unless we got a back in, and then
Here, I gotta back
Then
I
you're
can't
gonna have to
drive.
back it
I-
in.
I don't.
I have to push the seat up.
Yeah, so in order for the jacks to work, the engine does have to be running.
Let me get out of your way here.
He's
Do
addressing.
you just push the parking brake down?
Yes. To release it.
Wow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
to-
the
yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
looked at that too.
All right.
Yeah, you can turn it on.
So let's start.
Mhm.
We got a full tank of fuel.
Half tank.
What?
Yeah, we only put half a tank. Well, I'm
At
allowed
least
to
it's
only
not
put
got
half,
50
yeah.
miles on it that it had when we first came.
All right. Half a tank. Well, that's $100 and some.
So for the jack pad, if you turn it on,
See all
that
the
jack pad right
busy.
there.
Yeah, there's heat
So
on
that
Okay, let me
green,
get
that green light,
where
you
you-
see
I
that
can-
solid green light, just
Yeah.
so you know how your jacks are down. The screen will let you know jacks are in the down position.
So you already did that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now, before, when you're basically, if you are going to be using the jacks are always going to go down first before you bring your slides in.
Absolutely.
So when
Okay.
you're parking, level first, and then your slides are going to be
And,
the last thing to come out.
All you did was you held the auto
On
level.
Yes, sir.
You just held it and let go.
You hold it for a second, and then it'll start doing its own thing.
Yep. Just let
Now,
go.
for example, let's say you do the auto level, and you walk around, it still kind of feels a little off. You can put it on manual mode by pushing the arrow up once, I think.
Pull up.
And it'll say manual.
Hit
next to
enter.
Begin, yes. And then there you can adjust.
So if I wanted to raise the right side,
You don't have to, yeah.
if I wanted to raise the right side just a little bit, I just touch this, right?
Yes, sir.
You get out of your way, Jamie.
There it
Fine.
goes. So, because somebody likes to have their head up just a little bit.
Yeah, like you can adjust it the way, for example, if you want to auto level first and just kind of walk around,
Yeah.
you can adjust it.
Okay, and then, okay, now I'm back. I hit that down arrow, I'm back to level.
Now, before you retract the jacks, the slides will have.
Yeah, he's gonna work on that.
move.
Get up!
I guess we can leave that there. We're going to have to set it up tonight anyway, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll set it up for you at the campground.
All right.
That one right there.
All you do is make sure there's nothing in the way right here.
Yes, sir. Always make sure there's nothing on the way.
Make sure
Shower doors are locked.
everything's locked, that's locked. Okay.
Do you want me to get on that side to try to video? Because I'll have to get in the bathroom.
Come all the way in.
So rear slide, just push in.
Push in. And this was an under rail slide, which in my opinion, they're a lot better to use. Yeah.
Now,
A lot of
do both of these have manual overrides?
It does.
You're going to show me how to do that?
I'll show you how to do
I'm
that,
pretty
yeah.
sure I already got most of it figured out. The owner's manual for the 2025 Bounder sucks. It tells you need multiple people to push it in. They might want to update the operator.
And this one, because this one's real heavy, so the way the under rail works is you'll see the slide kind of tilt
Lift
up. Yeah.
I noticed that when we came
So
the
when it
first
comes to
time.
this, when it comes to the outside compartment doors, it's always best to leave them closed. I don't think it gets too close to touching it. I've run into that situation before.
What doors?
The compartment doors,
Oh, gotcha.
because that slide tilts.
Right there.
So you want to make sure they're all closed. That makes sense.
Yeah, we've not me, but we had one take damage.
That's it.
Door like that.
Cool,
Now
man.
you don't have room to breathe.
My gas mileage
The
and all that stuff.
tripometer and
There you go.
okay. Okay, and then
You can also check like maintenance. The only thing this one doesn't have is the TPMS system, so you can always buy an aftermarket one and get that installed.
okay, what does it mean, drive alert?
So on this we got a few things. You got because now we're plugged into shore power, so we don't need it. But I always tell my customers because you can forget. So as soon as you unplug it, you
Here,
forget.
Mommy.
If there's food on the micro, if there's food on the fridge, it's gonna go bad. So to turn on the inverter, you got your on and off button here. Turn it on. As soon as that green light comes on,
It's on.
You're set. As soon as I go outside and unplug the couch, the fridge is gonna stay on. And right here, some of these are pass through, so this one does go all the way through.
Right.
Okay, for folding chairs, folding tables, stuff like that. Same thing for back here. This one does go all the way through. And then right at the bottom of this side, you got your dog leash for your dogs and stuff.
Okay.
For your water heater, the only thing you'll have to mess with your water heater out here is there is an on and off switch for your water heater.
All right.
So main on and on
And a
switch
fuse.
and a fuse.
Okay.
Back there is that small container. That's
I see.
yeah. So it's just the best to winterize it. And this one, instead of putting 6 gallons, you're putting about a quart, a little over a quart. The only door that's not going to have a cover, propane. All right.
Not gonna have a cover.
Oh, sorry, not a lock.
Oh yeah, I understand. Yeah, safe.
Safety.
And same with my 94.
And then the only valve you mess with here, on and off.
Yep.
Here, let me get
Fill it up. Yeah, you
This is
fill,
for them to fill it up.
fill it up. They'll do it. You just take it to them and they'll do it for you.
Where's the on and off?
Right here.
Okay.
Lefty loosey, righty tight. And then right here, little halfway hydraulic pump. Right now the jacks are still down, so your fluid's low. Jacks come up, your fluid's gonna be right here. If you ever see a leak in the future, and it says just a loose fitting, you tighten up the fitting here or at the jack. And if you think you might need more, all it uses is transmission fluid. ATF transmission fluid, all it uses.
Was you videoing? Okay, because I won't have to remember that.
And then here you got your extra tile, because the tile that you got inside is snap-on tile. So in case like one gets scratched up and one of them, gets off.
Yeah, I remember
Right,
him
yeah.
saying that.
Now this.
Yeah, let me get it out for you. So that right there,
I want.
it's just, well now since the jacks are a little down, it's going to be a little high up. But it's just like the one in the bunk bed,
Okay.
just like that. If it holds me, and your fuel, just regular all-weather fuel. I'll talk to your salesman. I'll try and get you some more fuel.
No, tell him it's empty. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you the lie.
I'll be like, hey, we're still at 50 miles. So.
Say, come on, he's a veteran.
And this is what's cool about this is the added power reel.
Oh, I love this.
A lot easier
Especially
for you.
50 amp and 63 years old. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna like that. And
Now, just a heads up.
You just hit the. Every time you let go. Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
so-
to come out, what do you do?
Pull it.
Okay.
Reset.
Transfer surge box.
Protector. Okay. Is that where the automatic?
Yeah, so I would recommend using an external surge protector just in case.
Okay.
But this does have a built-in surge guard on it. Okay.
I don't have one.
It'll be done.
And here you got your generator.
You know what? I've already got one nearly made.
Here, you do it. Here.
Generator.
Oh yeah. So pretty simple oil change on this.
This is it. Okay.
The hour meter, I forgot to mention inside on the generator where you can start it on and off is going to show you the hour meter.
Okay.
So how many hours it has. When it reaches its first 50, you do your first oil change. After that, you can do between 100 and 150. Now, oil change on this, pretty simple. Oil filter, right here at the bottom.
All right.
So you can see it right here. Uses 2 quarts of oil with the filter.
Okay.
To drain your oil, open
Right
this
here?
valve,
Yep.
go straight outside.
I love them.
Fill it up.
Ooh, that's
right
easy.
here.
Yeah, the one I got, you just and it does the same thing, but it don't have this. I like that. Okay. And same thing. Push down to hold.
Prime it. You'll hear the fuel pump. Hold it a little longer, and you'll hear the fuel pump come on.
No. Okay. That's telling me it's ready, huh?
Air filter, it says to change it after 150 hours and then replace it after 450.
Okay.
All right. Carburetor, since it is, I don't have a screwdriver with me, but since it's gasoline, feeds off the same fuel tank as your engine, so if you get below a quarter, the generator won't work. Now, if you store it for too long, if you don't use a generator, the carburetor can go out.
Absolutely.
So, in case you do forget to run it, I always tell my customers, open up this, before you actually try to run it, open up the screw right here, prime it and to get all that junk out, see if it'll start. Most of the time it'll start.
Okay.
But that's it. It's just pretty simple. And then of course the 230 amp breakers, those have to be on in order to get power inside. If those are off, burning up fuel for no reason. So.
Easy access compared to my 7000. You have to get back in. I wonder who drives these down from Indiana.
What was that?
I said, I wonder who drives these down from Indiana. They probably heard that squeaking.
We only
And these sparks right here are just from the weather seals.
yeah.
So we can clean them all, but they'll come
It's just going to
back.
keep going.
They're just gonna happen again. So.
Small little drain plugs on the side.
Oh, that's cool. I
You
didn't look
can
at that.
pry those off with this flathead screwdriver, rinse them off, and just let that water.
Oh
drain
yeah,
off.
that's awesome.
Yeah, the carpet thing, they Fleetwood figured out that
Yeah.
wasn't smart.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a 94, so it's got carpet.
And here you got the big, yeah. And it's a big tank. So.
Yeah, it's.
That's the water tank.
Yeah, it's a big one.
I thought it said in there it only had 40% or something.
Yeah, the sensors are the way the sensors work.
Yeah, you got a ways to go. You must be going
It's
up
like
in
right
there a
here.
ways.
Yeah, so it still got a good way to go.
That's a huge tank.
It is.
Because. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah.
I'm glad you had to remember all this, Monty, because I can't.
I have to go back under to the inside button.
Yeah, I do miss.
through the front
The one thing, the one we got has a throughway in the back, all the way through where I put my hand sticks and all that other stuff.
This one's got them too.
It's got throughways down here,
Yeah.
but kind of got used to.
Yeah,
After
in the
11
back.
years, I got to get used to. stuff
Yeah,
in
you'll
different
get
places.
reorientated just real
Okay,
quick.
the key. One key goes to all of these, right?
Yeah, so the
'Cause
purple.
I ain't buying it if it ain't.
So let me see what purple. This purple. So that's your entry.
Okay.
This other purple key is going to be in the
Okay.
other compartments. So let me try this.
Yeah, I was going to say is that.
Yep.
So that's the same as those two.
And your little silver key,
Was the
bunk bed.
bunk bed?
Not South Code, your gray barrel key is going to be for the front hood, and then your forward key. That's it.
All right.
And that big key fob, we'll take that off. That just lets us know.
What is in there?
What? This is where you gravity fill your water,
Oh, okay.
which I mean, you do at times, like when I'm at home or something. But
Yeah.
my habit, we go out all the time. I flip the lever. Well, in the 94, it's a
Yeah.
turn the valve, and when it fills up,
Did you see the filter back
what
there?
I like here is that
That
filter he's
filters
fixing
the
to put
whole
in,
coach.
because
Really?
that filters
Yeah.
everything before it ever
Filters,
comes
yes,
in.
sir.
I love that.
We should turn that truck around up here in the
All
shade.
right.
Easy access filter.
Oh yeah,
I can kiss the
everything.
engineer for doing that.
The only thing that's difficult to get to is the brake fluid. The brake fluid's all the way at the very top.
Back there.
Back right up here on top.
Give me a break.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, I take back what I said about him. How are you supposed to check that?
So,
Ain't gonna be easy. Is it?
Oh,
to fill it up is another story. I got a hand pump, so I got to do it. So we'll double check. Some of these have a cutout on the dash, but if it doesn't, you have to use. I use a hand pump, a small hand pump.
Okay.
Attach the battery to it.
I might be the driver, but he does everything else.
Does that right?
Both of them on this side.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, all easy access except for the.
Brake
that was afterthought there. But like I said, we're gonna see if it's not there. It is what it is.
We'll double check. I'm not, like
Yeah.
I know some of them do have a cutout to the inside.
Okay.
Okay.
Power steering, yes, sir.
Here, you should be doing that.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing is getting everything and taking care of it. The battery's easy.
Easy.
All right, well, here we are. We're at our campsite. Gonna spend the night. Got our new motorhome, Samson 2, for those that have been following me a lot longer, but anyway, Samson. And one of the things I didn't like when we first seen the bounder, did our walkthrough, was the way the fresh water hooks up. I'll show you. So the hose is gonna come through down there, it's going to come up to here, and that's facing straight out. And that means when you close this door, the hose is going to be coming here, and it's going to be coming towards you, and it's going to be curling back down, and you could get a pretty good kink there. Anyway, bought a little elbow. I'm going to put the elbow on. It'll be facing down. No issues. Little things like that. Just doing that so. All right. Well, I got the water hooked up, septic hooked up, filling the tanks. Mama is sitting in her captain's chair. What do you think of her, baby?
I love it. This is awesome.
It is awesome.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you for all the years you worked to earn this.
Thank God. What's
Dreams
your
coming true.
It's caught.
Trying to
Do you need me?
probably try to put our sheets on.
All right. Brand new mattress. Guarantee
All right.
it ain't going to be
Let's
as
fill up the fresh water. Drained the gray. Black was already drained. So, level monitor's pretty cool. No more light coming on at 25 and 50 and 75 and uh-oh, it's full. This thing every 5% moves, so that's pretty good. Kind of like that.
What you doing, sweetheart?
I'm washing a nasty trash can.
You're washing a nasty trash can. We got a nasty trash can and a brand new motorhome.
We brought it with us, and here's Omar.
All right. All right. So we're we're having to read the directions for everything. We still got a convection oven, microwave, and air fryer all in one. I think it'll fly to the moon if we figure out the right buttons. I hate to hit the wrong button and fly to the moon on accident.
The load's not really very big, so I'm only going to do one tablespoon.
Okay, it says, yeah, in chamber 4, chamber 3.
Well, it don't have numbers in here for these.
Okay. Do you need to look here on
I
the?
just know it was this blue one.
Yep,
that was showing
you
up
got
there.
it. Okay. There we go. We're going to try out the washer and dryer. We've pretty much tried everything except for that convection oven, microwave, fryer thing.
This and taking showers.
Oh yeah, we got to take showers.